This is AJ Donahue from Drum Magazine here with Jimmy from Porter and Davies, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about their new products this year.
Hi, so glad to be here at NAMM. I want to thank my friend Pat from Wilkins Guitars for helping us demo our product. He's been in business quite a long time, and I thought I'd better get a real bass player over here to show our product off just a little bit. What we're talking about today and what we're so excited about is our new KT platform. It's a low-end platform that centers on bass, keyboards, guitars, percussion, DJs. It's got 2 transducers in it. They're exceedingly powerful. You won't need any more than this. This is meant to replicate low end in your head as you're playing so that your cabinet can feel that strength that you wanted to, or the other instruments you're playing with. Sometimes when we're playing on stage we have a lack of low end happening, and with in-ear monitors or wedges that we use today, there's just really no way to get that back. So this product, along with most of our other products, really helps that low end to come back into play. And what it's essentially doing is sending an audio wave up your body, up your spine, into your head. And so that after a little bit of time, your inner ear starts to get that low end sound. This is great for percussionists who stand and play or sit and play, because a lot of those throaty, deep tones that drums have in percussion are lost. So this is going to allow you to experience that whole experience just like you would normally want to when you're playing by yourself or in a situation where you have control. It really helps you, kind of bring that to a focused area on your body, and you can feel it. The other thing I wanted to point out is this is wonderful for studio work, because in studios we tend to play a lot in our headphones, and we have a real issue there with only hearing low ends and a lot of our instruments up in our head. This allows all that to sink back down and be part of the ground where you want to be when you're playing. It helps you feel focused in the area where you're playing. We're very excited about this KT platform. It's just an amazing product. We think it's going to completely revolutionize what's going on in low-end monitoring, and we're just happy to bring it to NAMM this year. I wanted to ask Pat real quick kind of what he was experiencing while he played it. What'd you feel when you were playing our platform?
Well, it's really interesting. What I hear is, or what I feel mostly, is a vibration. Of course, right now it's turned up really loud so I can hear it as well, but I'm mostly feeling a vibration up through my body, like he says, up into my spine, and I'm just now starting to hear it in the inner ear like you were talking about. It's a really interesting unit here, and I can see where I'd be using this a lot in loud venues, on stage, concert stages, things like that. I like it. I really do like it. Yeah.
Well, one final comment that I ought to make is, obviously a lot of players don't sit in one place all the time. Drummers tend to do that, so that's great for us, me being a drummer. If you're not a drummer, I tend to look at this as an incredible accessory that you're able to get on and off of as you need it. So it's kind of interesting that way, So again, I think the KT platform is just one of our most wonderful products we've brought out, simply because it addresses so many different instruments, at once. It's not just drummer focused, but it allows us to work with percussionists, drummers that stand, but also bass players, keyboard players, DJs, guitar players, things like that. So we're so glad that you came by to check it out.
Thanks so much.
Hi, Jimmy again with Porter and Davies. Thanks for continuing to look into our booth here at NAMM 2015. I wanted to talk to you real briefly about our drummer-focused products. These are the BC series tactile drum thrones. We've been producing these for several years now. They've been very popular, and we're excited just with the success. What's making these products so popular, I believe, is just the way they go about addressing low-end issues that drummers, and quite frankly, other instruments that sit down experience. We're using a tactile monitor in the drum seat, and we use our own drum seats here. We have thrones that are made round, saddle style, or wide bench. We also do some custom models. We can make them fit all sorts of different throne bases and backrests. So there's a tactile transducer that Porter and Davies produces in conjunction with Precision Devices in the UK. Our amps, this one right here, is the BC Gigster. We produce 3 models of amps, the BC Gigster, the BC2, and the BC2RM, which is a rack-mounted model of the BC2. They all do the same thing, same power. There's just a couple feature differences. These are 150 watts, very low power. We don't need very much to do what we're doing. As a matter of fact, this can throttle your teeth if you needed to. You can turn it up pretty loud. We love using these in acoustic drums with some sort of internal miking system. Right here on this Natel bass drum, we've got a Kelly Shoe mounted in here with an Audix D6 microphone. We love Kelly Shoe products because of the way they just kind of hang there. Really nice that way, but there's plenty of products out there that also do the same sort of thing. We encourage drummers to use that with our products simply because it helps that microphone be more direct on the head. You could also use a condenser or a mic stand, that works fine. With electronic drums, obviously you're just taking electronic signal out. I'll talk about that in a second. So what's nice about using the microphone and the tactile transducer is you're able to get exact playing style happening. If you flutter or play really loud, you're going to get that feeling. There's no latency, period, at all. It's not mechanical whatsoever. It reflects whatever instrument you've got it in. So if this is a 26-inch bass drum with no muffling, you're going to get that. If it was an 18 bass drum filled with cement, you'd get that. You know, it'll reflect whatever. And it's silent. Compared to our KT plate, which produces a little bit of sound, this doesn't produce any sound unless you turned it up to a level where you wouldn't be able to sit on it anymore. I mean, as a drummer, this is one of the most important products that's ever come out. And I'll tell you why. Just plain and simple. Every drummer in the world has experienced their bass drum disappearing. This puts it back where it needs to be. Right here, right in your body. And it makes you feel good when you play. It really helps. With electronic drums, what's amazing is all the great electronic drum companies have been spending a lot of time trying to make electronic drums be more realistic. But the one thing they've always been lacking is proximity. They just don't feel like real drums because of the way they operate. This allows you to feel them that way, and it makes it a heck of a lot more fun to play those drums, and it just makes it more successful for everybody. I really want to encourage you to check out all of our BC products and our new KT platform. We're just so happy to be here at NAMM, and I want to thank Drum Magazine for coming by and talking to us about our products. Thanks so much, Jimmy.